Hi there, and welcome to Gord's Old Ford, the third and final season. I want to thank a few people. First, I want to thank Donna for her help and support in this project. I want to thank my brother Mike, who shares his time and helps us with the truck when he comes to visit. And I want to thank Ron for doing the intros and his moral support. I hope you caught that intro video for the third and final season. Pretty cool. So yeah, welcome, and let's see what season 3 has to offer. So there wasn't supposed to be a season 3. We were supposed to have the project done in 2 years, but that didn't quite work out, and mainly because of the drivetrain. The original plan was to get a donor vehicle with a running engine, transmission, and rear axle, and just swap it into the truck. But I wanted to rebuild an engine, and I thought it would be less expensive. It didn't turn out less expensive. It was quite costly to rebuild the engine. But no regrets. It's been a fun project so far, and I'm happy that we get to share more of it with you. So yeah, that's why we have a season 3. First of all, Donna and I just spent a few days buttoning up the front end here. There's about 50 bolts that hold this whole front clip together, even though the whole thing can be removed with, I think, 4 or 6 bolts. It can be removed as one piece, but to assemble it, it's quite complicated. Anyway, we got everything in place. We struggled for a few days, but it's all the bolts are in, the grille and the fenders and the inner fenders and this inside panel, the air deflector. So that's all done. But I left the top panel out here because I need to get inside here and build brackets for the horns, run the wiring for the parking lights and the wiring for the headlights. So we'll leave this top panel off for the time being. Also, before we finish the front end, there are more things to do within the engine bay. We have to do an overflow bottle for the radiator. We have to also install a bottle for windshield washer and a pump and a switch on the dash. So we have to set that all up. And the carburetor is still an issue. It floods. So I'm not sure if it's a pressure problem from the fuel pump or if it's simply a float issue inside the carburetor, but the choke is a challenge as well. So I'm looking for an electric choke quadrajet. So that might make it simpler. What else? We still have a little bit of leaking from the transmission lines. So I have to get that under control. We also have heater lines to be connected. The heater's not installed inside yet, but the hoses have to be run out to the motor and back. So that all has to be done before we're finished with the front end. I'll also finish up the wiring. Yeah. Moving back, we have the running boards to connect still. They're just sitting there at the moment because they have to be bolted to the lower fender. And this is all new steel, so they need to be drilled. There are bolts that connect the front of the running board. And the shape is not quite correct, so I may have to do some cutting and re-welding along the front edge of the running board to fit the fender. That'll be another good project. We also have some interior work to do. We have to do a headliner of some sort. We have to finish up the dash. There's the switches and wiring to complete. Finish up the floor, the carpet. We want to refurbish the steering wheel as well. So I have to take it off and do some epoxy work and paint. We have the wiper motor problem to fix. Not the motor, but the little knurl outside here. What else? Yeah, installation of the heater and the ductwork up to the defroster vents. So there's all that to do. There's the hood, of course. We need to do some modifications, some welding, some fabrication to the front edge to take the upper plate for the hood latch. But happily, we found all the parts that are missing from this hood. Not all the parts, but all the parts except the upper plate, which we purchased. But in the brackets, we found in a box of spares that came with the truck, so we're happy with that. That'll be probably the next project. And eventually, of course, the box and the rear fenders, they'll be a major challenge. The sides of the box are in pretty good shape, but the forward edge is all dented. I don't know if you can see it here. We have to straighten that forward panel. There's no floor in it, so we have to create a floor. Luckily, we have a neighbor who has offered us some white oak to put down on the bed. We have the tailgate to fix up. We have it, but it's pretty mangled. I think it's repairable. Yeah, so that'll be another major project. So we'll be at this for a little while yet.